Hello students, good morning to all of you. I hope you have watched the previous three videos on the chapter energy. If you have not watched, I will request you to go and please watch those three videos and come to this video afterwards. Only then you will understand this topic which I will teach today more effectively. So if you haven't watched, please watch those three videos and then come to this video. Okay, let's start with today's topic. Today's topic is energy transformation. Today's topic name is energy transformation. We have in the last video we have discussed about so many forms of energy. Firstly we have discussed what? We have discussed kinetic energy, then we have discussed potential energy, then we have discussed chemical energy. C means chemical energy. Then we have discussed heat energy, then we have discussed light energy, then we have discussed sound energy, then we have discussed magnetic energy, and I think this was all the energy that we have discussed. Am I leaving anything? Yeah, I think one more energy. This is muscular energy. Me means magnetic energy and this is muscular energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have discussed all the 8 forms of energy. Kinetic energy, potential energy, chemical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, magnetic energy, muscular energy. As we have discussed all these forms of energy, now today we will study energy can be converted from one form to another form. Means what? If the body has kinetic energy, it can be converted to potential energy. If the body has potential energy, it can be also converted to kinetic energy. If the body has, one more energy I think I have missed. One more energy, I think electrical energy. E means electrical energy. We will today also study kinetic energy can be also converted into electrical energy. Kinetic energy gets converted to electrical energy. And we will also study electrical energy gets converted into light energy. Electrical energy gets converted into sound energy. So all one energy can be also converted into another form of energy. Energy can be energy can be converted from one form to another form. Energy can be converted from one form to another form, and we will discuss that whole thing in much details. Now let's talk about the first conversion, that is potential energy gets converted to kinetic energy. So first thing that we'll study is what potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. Where this thing happens, suppose this is the ground, okay, this is the ground and this is the top, this is the building, okay, and there is a ball on the top of the building. This is the ball on the top of the building. Now the ball at this position has what kind of energy? The ball is at a certain height h from the ground. The ball is at a say 100 meter or 100 feet from the ground. So ball is at a certain height from the ground. As a result, as the ball is at a certain height from the ground, the ball will have potential energy, which I have discussed in the lecture, I think lecture 2. Okay, video 2, if you see, I have discussed that potential energy depends on height. More the height, more the potential energy. So as you can see, the ball is at a certain height, the ball will have potential energy. Now as the ball starts falling, from here position to here position to this and ultimately to this. As the ball starts falling, what happens? The height starts decreasing. Okay, at this point, the height is how much? At this point, the height is actually 0. The ball is just touching the ground. So as you can see, the height happens to decrease. If the when the ball falls, when the ball falls, what happens? Height decreases. If height decreases, then we can also say potential energy also decreases, because potential energy depends on height. As the height is decreasing, when the ball is falling, as the height is decreasing, potential energy also decreases. So potential energy decreases. But remember, at the same time, as the ball is falling, speed of the ball happens to increase. As the ball falls, the speed of the ball increases. Inch by inch, the speed increases. Over here, the ball is at a lesser speed. The speed, suppose say, is at 2 meter per second, whereas over here, the speed of the ball is 8 meter per second. So as you can see, as the ball falls, the speed of the ball happens to increase. So this is say 6 meter per second. So 2, 6, 8 meter per second. So as the ball happens to fall, the speed of the ball increases, and when the speed of the ball increases, what I can also say, kinetic energy increases. Okay, because I have told you kinetic energy depends upon the speed. If speed is more, if motion is more, kinetic energy is also more. So as you know, as the speed of the ball increases, as you can see, the speed of the ball is increasing, kinetic energy also increases. Now just see over here what I have written. Potential energy decreases and kinetic energy increases. Means on one hand you have potential energy, on the other hand you have kinetic energy. This is my potential energy, this is my kinetic energy. Initially potential energy is 100, kinetic energy is 0. No kinetic energy. But as the ball falls, the potential energy decreases and the kinetic energy increases. Now the kinetic energy is more. Before the ball touches the ground, it has the maximum kinetic energy. So before the ball just touches the ground, it has kinetic energy highest and potential energy lowest, because the height is 0, just about to touch the ground, the height is 0. So potential energy also 0, but at that point, the ball has the maximum velocity. So the kinetic energy is highest. So potential energy, and then it goes to kinetic energy highest. So potential energy converts into kinetic energy. So all the potential energy the ball which had ultimately got converted into kinetic energy. So this is the one example where you can say potential energy converts into kinetic energy. So I think you have understood this part, potential energy getting converted to kinetic energy when the ball happens to fall from the top of the building. Now the next example that we have is that a certain body will have chemical energy, it gets converted to heat energy and it converts into kinetic energy. Means what? From here I can say chemical energy first gets converted to heat energy. The chemical energy gets converted to heat energy, and finally the heat energy converts into kinetic energy. Okay. So how and where this thing happens, I have already discussed this in the previous lecture. Lecture number 3, I have already discussed that. In a petrol, what you have chemical energy. The petrol has what kind of energy? The petrol has chemical energy. When we burn the petrol, if you burn it, then what we get? Heat energy. So as we burn the petrol, which has chemical energy, it gives you heat energy. Now this heat energy happens to do what? Heat energy runs the engine, and the engine, when it starts running, the bike or the car or the vehicle moves forward. So the heat energy does what? Heat energy pushes the vehicle forward. So moving, so it will do what? The car will start into motion. The car will be moving, and we know moving body has what kind of energy? The moving body has kinetic energy. So all the heat energy which is there in the petrol gets converted into kinetic energy because the car moves. The car moves. The car moving means it has kinetic energy. So petrol, which is chemical energy, burns to give you heat energy. That heat energy supplied to the engine, and that engine happens to move the car. So the car moving will have kinetic energy. So you can see what I've written: chemical to heat, heat to kinetic energy. Okay, I hope this thing is clear to you. If this thing is clear, then I can move to the third example which is given in your book. The third example which is given in your book is that potential energy converts into kinetic energy, then converts into electrical energy. Okay, it converts into electrical energy. Means what? If I have to show over here, I can say potential energy gets converted to kinetic energy. Potential energy first converts to kinetic energy, and at the end, after that, all the kinetic energy converts into E, means electrical energy. And where does this thing happens? See, if you have seen a dam, okay, like the one we have around our city, the Maithon Dam. So if you have seen, the dam looks like something like this. On one side you have a lot of water. On one side you have a lot of water, and on the other side you have less amount of water. So this side you have lot of water, this side you have less amount of water. Now what happens inside the dam? A lot of mechanism happens, and because of that, the process which happens inside the dam, electricity is produced. Now just giving you a brief idea what happens inside the dam. The water over here is at a certain height. The water over here is at a certain height. You can see the height is supposed say h. The water over here is at a certain height. Now as the water is over here is at a certain height, the water is made to fall from that height. The water is made to fall from that height. And when the water falls, the water like moves at a very high speed. So when it moves at a very high speed, the water will have what kind of energy? Right now it will have kinetic energy. So water at this height has what? Potential energy. Water at this height has potential energy, and as the water is made to flow downward, this moving water will have kinetic energy. Now what happens is that under the dam there is a big turbine. There is a big turbine. This is called as turbine. Turbine is just like a fan. That fan you have at your house is like a big fan, okay, very big fan. So the moving water happens to fall on the turbine. If the moving water falls on the turbine, then what will happen? The turbine will start rotating. The turbine will start rotating. So you see, the water at a certain height has potential energy. The water, when the water falls, it has moving water, flowing water has kinetic energy, and the flowing water, when it hits the turbine will start rotating. The turbine will start rotating, and when the turbine rotates, at a certain speed, okay, from the turbine, electric current is produced. So potential energy of the water gets converted into kinetic energy, and the kinetic energy converts into what? Electrical energy. Okay, so as the turbine rotates at a very high speed, suddenly, like a magic only, as the turbine rotates at a very high speed, from the turbine electricity is produced. And electricity means what? Electrical energy. So you can see water at a height has potential energy, then the water falls, it has kinetic energy, moving water has kinetic energy, and when the turbine rotates, the kinetic energy gets converted into electrical energy. Okay, so this is the third example which is given in your book. Now we come to the fourth example which is given in your book. Now let's talk about this thing. Actually, according to your book, this is example number 5, but I'm doing right now because it is easier to understand. This is simple pendulum. Now, what is a simple pendulum? This is the fixed roof, okay, the fixed roof, and over there you have a string, and the string is tied to a ball. Okay, this is called a ball, and this actually is called as bob. This is called B-O-B, bob. Now, if you take this bob and move it this side, okay, so the bob will come to this position. So I will name it the position A, and this is position B. So I take the bob and pull it to a certain height, and this is that height is known as position A. Now, as I release the bob will go from A to B, and it will not stop at B. It will go forward. It will go forward and move forward, and will move forward to the position C. Obviously, you have experienced that. Okay, it's like a swinging. You happen to swing, na? So you start from here, you go to the center, and again move to the other side. Again from there, what happens? Again you come back, and again you move to the original position. So A to B to C, then C to B to A B C, C B A B C, C B A. So the motion happens to go in this way and in this way. Okay, the motion of the bob happens to move from this side to this side, and again it comes back from this side to this side. Now, if you see, considering this as my ground, this as the ground, the position B of the bob is at a height 0. See, the bob is touching the ground, so height is 0 over here. But if you see the position A, the height is, there is a certain considerable amount of height. Even the position C, it is at a considerable amount of height. Suppose I consider the height as H, consider the height as H. Okay, so when the position at the position A, at A, what happens? The bob is at a certain height. Bob is at a height H. The bob is at a height H. You can see. And I told you, if the bob is at a certain height, any body which is at a certain height, then what kind of energy the body will have? Lecture number 2. Answer yourself. It will have potential energy. So the body at a certain height A, which is at a certain height, will have potential energy. Now, as the bob comes down at B, what will happen? At B, what will happen? The bob will come down, and when the bob comes down to the position B, the height becomes 0. The height becomes 0. So all the potential energy is what? Gone. All the potential energy gone. But remember, over here, potential energy gone, but the bob is at a very high speed. The bob is at a maximum speed at the position B. So at B, what happens? The maximum speed, as it goes down from here to here. The bob is at a maximum speed. When the bob is at a maximum speed, means what? What energy the body will have? Video 1. The body will have kinetic energy. So at B, the body has what? Kinetic energy. Again, the body goes from the position B to position C. Again, it goes from position B to position C. Now, as it goes to position C, what happens? Again, it goes to a certain height. Again, it goes to a certain height. And over here, the speed is 0. The body doesn't have any speed at C. The body doesn't have any speed in A. So at A, kinetic energy is 0. At C, the kinetic energy is 0. But at C, the body is at a certain height. So at C, what I can say? Potential energy is maximum. So if I write, the body over here has potential energy, the body over here has kinetic energy, and the body again over here has what? Potential energy. So if you follow this thing very accurately, you will see potential energy converts into kinetic energy. Kinetic energy again converts into potential energy. Again, potential energy converts back to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy converts into potential energy. So potential to kinetic. So I can say from here that the body has initially potential energy, it changes to kinetic energy, potential to kinetic, and again from kinetic to potential, kinetic to potential, again from potential to kinetic, again from potential to kinetic, kinetic to potential. So vice versa. So the energy changes from potential to kinetic and kinetic to potential. So potential energy to kinetic energy to potential energy. So this change of energy continues for a long period, okay, indefinite time. It continues, okay. So this will keep on happening. I think this is a little for a higher classes because of air, because of friction. The bob will come to at state of rest after some time. But if there was no air, suppose we are doing this whole pendulum swinging in space, so there would be no friction or air resistance. So the bob will keep on swinging till how much time? Till forever. Means today if you go to the space and keep on oscillating, after 50 years you go come back and see, that time also the bob is swinging. After 500 years you come, also the bob is swinging in the space, because in the space there is complete transfer of energy and this will never stop. So I think you understood the example number 5 of your book. Now I will come back to example number 4, which is your roller coaster. Okay, I expect all of you to have the book in front of you, or after the video, after you watch the video, please go through your book, download my notes, read my notes, go through your book, read the book, and all the concepts regarding this physics chapter should be clear, because in the higher classes for class 8, 9 and 10, this will be so much useful for you. Okay, so have every concept clear, because after 7 we have to go to class 8, after 8 we have to go to class 9, 9 to 10 and further on. But over there you can only start understand chapters of class 9 and 10 if your 7 and 8 is concepts are fully clear. Okay, now we come to the point number 4, roller coaster. Now all of you, or I will assume that many of you have taken a ride in a roller coaster. That one we have in where? Near our in Calcutta, in Kolkata, we have in Nico Park, we have a roller coaster. Now if you have seen a roller coaster in a Nico Park, if you happen to see, it goes something like this. So this is how a roller coaster ride looks like. A railway track only, but in the shape of loop. Loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, loop 4. Okay. And over here, that roller coaster means the small car where you sit. Okay. It's over here. Okay. The car where you sit. Now what happens in this roller coaster? What happens? Initially, we give some energy and make the roller coaster go from this position. We give some energy, we are giving some energy. Just initially energy is given, so initially we give our energy to make the car go from here over here. So as the car goes to this position, okay, as the car goes to this position, what happens? you can see the car is at a certain height, and you know anything at a certain height, suppose the height is over here, this, anything at a certain height, then what energy that body will have? It will have potential energy. So the car over here has what? Potential energy. Now what happens? The car happens to go from this back over here. So the car moves from this direction to this direction. So after this, the car comes to this. Now as the car comes back, what happens? The car over here, what energy the car will have? Now the car is not at a height. The car has what energy? The car has kinetic energy. So what happens? In the first round, the potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. So potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. So after the first round, this is the potential energy, and after one round, the potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. Now the car has what kind of energy? Kinetic energy. This kinetic energy which the car has is enough to drive the car to this position. So the kinetic energy which the car has at this point is enough to make the car go till here, to make the car go till here. So what happens? The kinetic energy is utilized to make the car go from this position to this position, and at this position again what the car will have at a certain height, it will have potential energy. So from here to here, what conversion of energy takes place? Kinetic energy changes into potential energy. From here to here, all the kinetic energy of the body that the car had is utilized to change into potential energy. So kinetic energy changes into potential energy. After this, what happens? The car will turn back and again it will come to this position. So again when it comes to this position, okay, when the car happens to come to this position, so what happens? Again the car is at a zero height. The car is at a zero height. So when the car is at a zero height, what energy the car will have? Kinetic energy. So what happens? From here to here, what energy conversion takes place? Potential energy into kinetic energy. So from this position to this position, potential energy gets converted back into kinetic energy. Again from here, if I go to here, the car has all the kinetic energy over here. The kinetic energy over here will be utilized. The kinetic energy the car has over here will be utilized to make the car to move the car over here. Okay, to make the car go at this position at a certain height. Again the car when is at a certain height, when the car is at a certain height over here, then what happens? All the kinetic energy of the car gets converted into potential energy. So I'm not going after this. So you can see initially we give energy to the car. And the car moves to this height. As the car moves to this height, the car has what? Potential energy. The car has potential energy. Now as the car comes back to this position, the potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. The potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. After this, again the car goes from here to here. How it goes? The kinetic energy which the body has over here will be utilized to move the car to this height. So over here it is going from here to here. So all the kinetic energy of the body gets converted into potential energy. The body over here will have potential energy because it is at a certain height. Again the car will rotate and come back over here. So all the potential energy the car has, will be again converted back into what? Kinetic energy, because the car is at not a height, so it's not at zero height. So all the potential energy will come back to kinetic energy. Again, it's going from here to here. So all the kinetic energy of the body is utilized to make the car go from here to here. So all the kinetic energy will get into potential energy. And after that, again the potential energy, kinetic energy, again the kinetic to potential, potential to kinetic. So conversion of kinetic to potential, potential to kinetic, potential to kinetic, kinetic to potential, this will continue. See, first potential to kinetic, then kinetic to potential, again from potential to kinetic, kinetic to potential. So continuously this conversion of kinetic energy to potential energy will take place until the last stop. Over there we apply the brakes and the roller coaster happens to come to stop. Okay, so after taking one loop, two loop, three loop, four loop, we apply the brakes over here and the roller coaster happens to come to stop. So this is the working of the roller coaster. Also given in your book, the last question, I think the last question of long question answer, I think the question is explain the working of roller coaster. So I think you first understand what is the working of the roller coaster. Okay, if you understand the working of the roller coaster, you can also write even the answers of the working of roller coaster. I have given in the notes. In the notes, how the roller coaster works, I have written it. But for you, it is very important. Rather than the learning the answer, understanding how this conversion of kinetic to potential and potential to kinetic energy continuously takes place. If you have understood, then very good. But if you haven't understood, please watch the video once more. Okay, once more you watch the video, I'm pretty much sure that you will understand it. Okay, even if you that time also, even after that also you don't understand, watch the video again third time. So if you watch the video two times, three times, definitely I'm 100% sure that you will understand how a roller coaster works. Okay, so make sure you understand this whole concept of how a roller coaster works and also the other conversions of energy transformation. Okay, so till here we will have for today's lecture, and after that we will have few or I think laws of conservation of energy, and I think very little is left. After I think two more videos I will do, and next two more videos this chapter will be fully completed. Okay, so I hope you understand this chapter. I hope you like my video. If you like my video, like the button, press the subscribe button, and also share with your friends. Okay, tata, good night.